In the last 3.5 years, we have sailed halfway around the world on our 37-foot boat, Florence, exploring new countries, new cultures, and sharing our adventure along the way.
We're about to check out of Australia after 9 months of exploring this vast and varied land. Florence is anchored at Horn Island, the most sheltered anchorage here. To check out, we need to cross to Thursday Island, and with a 6-knot tide ripping through the channel between the islands, we decided it was best to take the ferry rather than risk being swept out to sea in our dinghy.
Unlike checking into Australia, checking out is fast, easy and free. After filling out various forms, we're free to depart, heading for a new country once more. This is it, we're leaving Australia. We've officially checked out. That's Thursday Island behind us. Now we're heading to Indonesia and the Kai Islands, which is a 650-mile sail, and it should take us about 4 or 5 days. The tide really rips through the Torres Strait, so although we haven't even got much sail area up, we're doing like 8 or 9 knots at times. Should be a pretty quick passage. This will be our longest passage at sea this year, as once we get to Indonesia, we'll spend the next 3 months island hopping all the way through to Malaysia.
Pretty exciting to be leaving Australia for a new country, in fact an entirely new continent and a new culture. We've really enjoyed our time in Australia. The wildlife here has been fantastic, everybody's been really friendly, but ultimately it's pretty similar to what we're used to back in the UK. Going to Indonesia is just, everything looks so new and exciting.
Neither of us have ever been to Indonesia before, and we know that there are going to be certain challenges and it's going to be a bit more difficult in terms of sailing provisioning, but we are so excited to be experiencing a new culture and meeting new people. We're just really excited to be there.
Got a stowaway on deck. It's a black noddy tern. He's going to make a complete mess on the deck, but he looks really tired and I haven't got the heart to turf him off. I think he's going to roost with us for the night.
One of the major hazards of sailing in Indonesia are the number of fishing boats and floating bamboo like fishing platforms. Often they are unlit, they're definitely not on AIS, and they're difficult enough to spot during the day, never mind at night. The general advice for sailing in Indonesia is to just not sail at night, but that's not possible at this part of Indonesia because the distances are just too big between one safe anchorage and the next.
So we just need to keep a really good lookout and hope we don't hit anything. On our final night at sea, we saw what looked like a small city lighting up the horizon, where there should be only water. It turned out to be a huge fleet of fishing boats, using high-powered lights to attract the fish. Flying fish! There's scales everywhere!
I wouldn't do that. We're coming into the eastern end of Indonesia, into the Kai Islands. And then over the next 3 months, we've got 2,500 miles to sail across Indonesia. So we'll head west from the Kai Islands to Banda. And the Banda Islands are one of the original Spice Islands, so lots of history. And then from there to Wakatobi, which is famous for its diving and snorkeling. And then from Wakatobi, we'll head south towards Flores.
So the southern part that we're going to near Flores is the more well-travelled. They get more tourists there, but hopefully we're going to see Komodo dragon in the Komodo National Park and then get to explore parts of Lombok and Bali.
And then we go north again to the slightly less travelled areas of Kalimantan, where we're hoping to see some wild orangutans before heading further north and up and onto Malaysia. Just approaching the Kai Islands, our first islands in Indonesia. It's really exciting to be here. First new country in quite a long time.
Indonesia has a reputation for being difficult to check into by yacht, so we joined a rally of yachts to make it easier.
On our arrival, 11 officials boarded Florence so quickly that we couldn't even get the cameras out before all the people blocked access to all the cupboards. After 30 minutes aboard, we were told to go ashore and complete our clearance there. It turned out that although checking in involved a huge amount of paperwork, it was actually very easy. The rally certainly made it easier for us than other boats that we know who've checked in without one. After signing and stamping at least 20 forms, we were all done, free to explore the islands.
We're getting into the festival spirit of the opening ceremony here, so we decided to put up all the flags from the different countries we've visited so far around the world. A few of them were quite tattered, that's just because we stayed in those places longer. We've been to quite a few countries now.
We don't usually find ourselves in an anchorage with this many yachts, but lots of boats had the same idea about joining the rally to make check-in easier.
locals from the Kai Islands welcomed the whole rally fleet in style with demonstrations of their traditional dances.
Of all the countries we've visited, we've never had a welcome quite like this.
We were blown away by the effort and enthusiasm that everybody from the village had put into welcoming a bunch of salty sailors to their home.
Each dance told a story. This one is a hunting dance performed by the local school children.
And this one is about a snake which attacked a family and how the whole village came together to fight against the snake.
Had an amazing introduction into Indonesia so far. People are so friendly.
Yeah, the culture here is so different to what we're used to. It's just so vibrant and colourful. It's been amazing.
After the initial welcome ceremony, we were then invited to visit several villages in the area, who each blessed us with coconut water and then paraded us through the village for more music, dancing and delicious local food. These islands are currently off the main tourist routes in Indonesia. And by encouraging yachts to visit, they hope to promote themselves as a tourist destination in the future. In every village that we visited, hundreds of people had spent a huge amount of time preparing to welcome us. We were blown away by this reception.
Once we arrived, the whole village got involved in the party. So we just come to a local park near to where Florence is anchored. It's kind of a tourist attraction, but we've become the tourist attraction.
They love photos here and everybody wants their photo taken with the foreigners. It's quite funny. We've had hundreds of selfies taken over the last couple of days. It was a bit overwhelming at first, but now we just see it as a positive that it's okay for us to carry cameras around, and we're never short of opportunities to practice our Indonesian. Next time, we sail to the original Spice Islands and explore some of their history. This video comes with special thanks to our star patrons, Bill McNamara,
Kate and Peter Adkins,
Robin Reamer,
and Joshua Baxter. Thanks for all your likes and comments, we really enjoy reading them.
Don't forget to subscribe to catch the next one.